If Eid falls on a Friday, do we have to pray Jumu'ah as well? Double jeopardy, right? We've already been punished once in the morning with some lame khutbah, now we're going to be punished twice. Astaghfirullah. Alhamdulillah, the khatibs aren't that bad, things are getting a lot better. Okay, this is a very interesting issue. A number of different opinions from the Sahaba themselves actually, and then from the fuqaha as well. The majority of the scholars, let's not beat around the bush, and especially most prominently Imam Abu Hanifa alayhi rahmatullah, they're upon the opinion that Jumu'ah is a hardcore obligation that cannot be superseded by any other reality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, idha nudiya lis-salati min yawm al-jum'ati fas'au ila dhikrillah wa dharul bay'. Allah says that fas'au, rush, hurry to the Jumu'ah prayer, and it's a command. The whole point is that it's an individual obligation. The amr is very, very clear. There's no supplementary evidence that would take it away from this individual obligation. And of course, in a normative sense, we all agree on that. All of the scholars agree that it is one of the key individual obligations. Of course, there are other ahadith which threaten great punishment for the person who misses Jumu'ah repeatedly. So it's very, very serious. And so their argument is that anything, especially Eid or another event, doesn't take the obligation away from attending Jumu'ah. The opinion of Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala anhu was a bit more lenient. His position was that the people who come from very far, they don't need to pray the Jumu'ah. They've already come into the city once, and there was a mission for them to come in. They heard the khutbah, they got the job done, and then don't need to come back again. And a number of scholars actually chose this, and some of the Shafi'i scholars accepted this as well. Another opinion was insane. They said that on the Eid, even the Dhuhr prayer has gone, so you can disregard that. Okay. The opinion that I choose is the opinion of Imam Ahmed, and there's discussion about that as well, but from the most authentic riwayah from his son. This is the chosen opinion of Imam Ahmed, and it's most famously expressed by Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim. And what did they say? They said, no, a person, if you look at some of the ahadith, you will see an indication clearly that there is a concession for the person who doesn't want to pray Jumu'ah to be sufficed with the Eid prayer in the morning. There's a hadith the hadith of Zayd, the Prophet ﷺ, after he came and he prayed the Eid prayer, he said, "Man sha'a falyusalli, man sha'a an yusalli falyusalli." Whoever wants to pray, then let them pray. Referring to the Jumu'ah. And this hadith its chain is good. In actual fact, in my opinion, the hadith is all good. When scholars say that the chain is good, it's because they're not so confident about the meaning of the hadith. But Imam al-Nawawi and al-Hakim, they consider the chain to be jayyid. And I think when you look at the supporting narrations, the hadith itself in meaning is also well supported. There's another famous narration which is more explicit, but it's not very strong as a hadith by itself. Frankly, I would never have used it in isolation. But when you combine the different narrations together, then this hadith meaning is sound and it's in line with the rest of the hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said, قَدْ اجْتَمَعَ فِي يَوْمِكُمْ هَذَا عِيدًا فَمَنْ شَاءَ أَجْزَأَهُ مِنَ الْجُمَعَةِ وَإِنَّا, and this is the interesting point, وَإِنَّا مُجَمِّعُونَ, that in this day, today, on the Friday, two Eids have come together, because Friday, of course, is the Eid of the every week, and the Eid of the year is obviously Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. So he said to the companions, on this day, the Eid and the two Eids have come together. And so whoever wishes, then this Eid will be sufficient for him for the Jumu'ah. He doesn't need to come back for the Jumu'ah. But we are going to gather for the Jumu'ah. We are going to pray the Jumu'ah prayer. So from this, what do we learn? We learn that actually it is still a sunnah to establish the Jumu'ah prayer yourself. The prayer itself has got to go ahead, because there are some people that might have missed Jumu'ah, might have missed Eid, They might have not had the opportunity. They might want to come for the Jumu'ah prayer, so the Imam must establish it. Miskin Maulvi Sahib, he has to come, whatever happens. But as Ibn Taymiyyah said, a person's come and prayed the Eid prayer, he's read the message, he's seen the masses, he's got the reminder for the week. So that's enough. He doesn't need to return again. And that's the opinion that I follow. I don't think there's a real need. However, I do believe it is sunnah, and I'm comfortable with that position. And if a person can, and it's not a problem, and then it's not like we don't need reminders. People are not exactly the most muttaqi of history in our current generation. So if they can come, good. But are they obligated to come? No, not in my opinion, and not in the position of Ibn Taymiyyah, and that's the one I choose.